than where he was before.
Yes, Patrick is an incredible athlete, someone who works incredibly hard, and I'll go ahead and tell you about him. Patrick is from Tallinn, Connecticut. He is an aspiring Paralympic skier. He's currently living in Colorado now, training full-time for the 2018 Paralympic Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea. He's got one of the most humbling and inspiring stories that you will ever hear. He's got an incredibly positive mindset. And so with that being said, here's Patrick Halgren and his why.
Patrick Halgren. I'm from Tallinn, Connecticut. I want to be the best one-legged skier in the world, and basically in order to do that you got to, train a lot, and I'm going to be pursuing a Paralympic career in alpine skiing, all the events from slalom, GS to Super G and downhill. About a little over 3 years ago in June 2013, I was in a motorcycle accident. I was late for work. I was speeding and I wasn't going to make a turn. I don't remember much of the accident, but from basically what was explained to me and what the last things I can remember are I was going to aim for a field, and when I went off the road, it was a really back road in the woods of Willington up there, and where I went off it was a farm field, and I probably would have been fine, but there was a big boulder in front of the telephone pole, and I hit the boulder. It was under really long, like 3 foot long grass. You couldn't see it. And I hit that. The motorcycle kind of came up into me, and I went spread eagle, basically hugged the telephone pole like, a foot off the road at like 80 miles per hour. And I woke up a month later without a leg, and I knew something was wrong when I woke up. They basically, if you're in a coma for that long, the nurses do a good job of telling you every day, you've been in a bad accident, and although I had a lot of support around me too, so I knew something bad had happened. But when I woke up, I still had no clue really what happened. And about a week later, I found out after I woke up, a lot of the medication had kind of worn off, and I was back to reality at that point. And I basically just figured, it's a situation I hadn't been in before, so like any other, injury or really anything, you just got to try it and see how it goes, really. So, like try anything once almost, but in a little different situation, but yeah. I died multiple times, like coded out in the ambulance twice, and in operations that following day, they had to do like 12 surgeries within the first 2 weeks. They were trying to save the leg for a while. It was up to my parents' discretion, and they didn't think I would like not having 2 legs, so they said to save it at all costs, but it started to basically get infected and kill the rest of my body, and so it was getting bad, so they just had to take the leg. Yes, it was a big part of my life. It changed my life. It didn't really change who I am. I don't feel like, I guess I'm a little biased, but I definitely feel like it was pretty important to me at this point. I think, I would almost call it a blessing in disguise. I think, I almost have like a chip on my shoulder. Like I feel like I can kind of deal with anything now at this point. Like nothing is, obviously it could have been a lot worse. I'm alive, and I do have my health, and but I do feel like I can basically handle any situation, and I'm pretty good. I've had some injuries earlier in my American football career, and so I know how to deal with injuries, and I'm pretty good at rehabbing, and I know how to take care of my body and keep my health up. So this was just like almost another injury that I had to come back from, and just a little more extreme, but definitely wanted to come back stronger. That's always been my motto, is just do everything you can and go from there. Just work hard, really. So you can ski every day, but the biggest thing with what I'll be doing is you got to run gates. You got to get your time in the gates, and you just really got to repetitive just run gates and just keep doing it all the time. And it really just, I'm at a point where I'm a very good skier. I'm a strong skier, but I need to get in gates and train, you know, all the time, 5 days a week, almost like a job, you know, really just see how good I can get in the gates, see if I can get my times competitive with some of the best in the nation, really. I want to be the best at everything from racing to backcountry to even park where, you know, you're hitting jumps and everything. But the best skiers in the world always start racing because that's just perfect technique and you learn how to control your speed. And once you're good at that, you can be good at anything, really. I mean, maybe not like rails and stuff, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And I would say I probably look up to Bodie Miller the most because I probably have the most in common with him. He was known as the bad boy. And, you know, I would love for my career to be compared with any Olympic or, you know, even good skier. I've met a lot of even instructors who are pretty impressive skiers. Just to inspire people, really. That's basically my one goal in life I want to get other people to push themselves to be, you know, as good as they can be at something, whatever they love. My name's Patrick Halgren. Thanks for watching my why.
Now, there's certain people that you kind of meet and when you walk out of the interview, you just leave kind of speechless. And this was one of those interviews. I left and I was just utterly amazed at Patrick's just positivity. He's gone through so much and he's just, you know, always looking for the best way to make his situation.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. You have a feeling that there's no bridge you won't cross.
No, none.
Yeah. Great story. Aaron, thanks for bringing that to us.
Yes, thanks so much.
Terrific.
Well, we're inspired, and thus we will be back in a moment here on CT Sports Now.